LEGO has just sent us a brand new Mindstorms Robot Inventor set. It is a brand new Mindstorms system that we've never seen before. I'm going to build the biggest robot from this set and give you some of my initial impressions of the new system. It's all right here on Beyond the Brick. Hey everybody, Boone here. Welcome back to Beyond the Brick. I am really excited about this new Mindstorms system. I think it's going to be awesome. Let's just dive right in and check it out. So here is the Mindstorms box. This is set number 51515. That's kind of a cool set number. It says it's for ages 10 and up. This is called Robot Inventor. I think a thing that is interesting about this set is that the last two versions of Mindstorms had kind of very specific names. The Mindstorms NXT and the Mindstorms EV3. And the boxes of those said that, those names, those came after these original Mindstorms bricks. This one, the RCX in 1998. The Scout came out in 1999. The NXT came out in 2006, and the EV3 came out in 2013. But this one doesn't seem to have a name like NXT or EV3. It's just called the Mindstorms 5-in-1 Robot Inventor. Okay, so I guess we'll see what this brick, this system, sort of ends up being called in the long run. There are 5 models here on the front of the box. It says build code, rebuild, code and control with visual and text-based coding. So it gives you a couple options there. I am used to the visual coding from Mindstorms. I've used all 3 of the earlier versions that I showed you there. This one says you have to have a smart device required, but that the smart device is not included. Let's take a look at the back of the box. So, wow, 50 plus app activities. So within the app, there are tons of different things that you can do. You can see that each of these robots here has like several different functions. And we will go ahead and dive in. I'm going to open up the box here. I am excited about this brick because it has some LEDs on it that are programmable, and I will show you a little bit about that as soon as we get it all up and running here. And let's see, inside the box we have a bunch of bags. There are a bunch of bags of stuff. This big ball is kind of cool. I think that's probably for some of the activities that you can do. And inside here, let's see, is there... what is this? Ooh, there's stickers! Fancy that! Alright. I gotta open up the bag. Here we go. I love that the back of current manuals have this old robot, this like clockwork robot minifigure on it. Alright, so there's some stickers that we'll use. I think there's some pretty cool looking stickers on here. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus. There it is. This one's rad. It's like a kind of like a rock-on hand, but it's got a robot face on it. There's like a skull robot. Here's a planet, a star, a bunch of stickers that say Mindstorms. This one is like a lightning bolt, a remote control, and sort of like a caution label there. All right. When we open this up, this is a quick start guide, and it's probably just going to tell us to connect the app, and I'm pretty sure that there are probably no instructions. No, yeah, look at this. This is just like a bunch of legal stuff, but we're going to need the app. So let's see. I think this is probably the new Mindstorms block itself. There is something cool. Let's see what's inside of here. This is the block itself, and it comes with a rechargeable battery. So this is neat. Not all of the old versions of Mindstorms came with a rechargeable battery. Let's see if there's any power in this thing. Any power? Looks like I probably need to charge it. And actually all I needed to do was know how to turn it on. Hold this button down. See a little bit of light there on the Bluetooth button. And there's that cool LED screen. And it's got like a play button on there. So here I've got the app. And in the app, I'm going to, let's see. Let's build the big robot. He looks fun. Click on him. And let's see. Step 1, activate display. Cool, let's do it. Woo! Some fun music there. Nice. Start. Okay, so I will connect the app to the brick by clicking here. And I'm going to turn on the hub. Already done. Then I'm going to click the Bluetooth button and click connect. And now it's going to say select an accessory. And we'll wait just a moment. It should give us something on the screen here. Maybe I've got them too close together. Ba 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 ba. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Maybe you all have better luck connecting than I am. There it is. Lego hub. We'll select the Lego hub and connect. Maybe it was already connected. So now it says hub update available. So, okay, to begin the update, make sure the hub is connected to a charger. Let's plug this thing into a charger. So this thing does come with its own charging cable. It does not come with a charging brick, so you will need to plug the small end into the brick and the large end into a charging block or a computer or some kind of outlet with USB power. And there it is, plugged in. See a little light indicating there that it is charging. Let's see if we can start this update. You can see the Bluetooth light has cycled through some different colors here. Now it looks like the whole device is probably rebooting. Firmware update done. Continue to reconnect the hub. Continue. Back to that select an accessory screen. The hub update took close to 5 minutes there, so you might want to be aware that if you have, a mobile device that is running low on battery, it would probably be a good idea to have it plugged in to power as well. Let's see if we can get this to appear on, there it is, Lego hub. It's going to connect, and it has more updating to do. Alright, there, now it says Hub OS has been updated. I'll click done. And it looks like we are ready to actually build something. It's, took close to 10 minutes to do 2 updates. I don't think that's unreasonable, but it might be good information for you to know if you're going to go pick this up, especially if you're intending to use it on the day that you pick it up, or if you're giving it as a gift. This type of thing does take some time to do its initial updates when you open the box. All right, so this says build Blast's head. Here we go, build. All right, we need that big brick. I'm gonna set my parts over here. This is a cool piece. And I like this color. It's kind of this tealish color. It's sort of like a Technic beam in a big, what is this, 9 by, I'm going to say 9 by 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 9 by 19. That's an interesting dimension there. And we're going to build on here. Dump out some of the pieces we need here. I don't actually seem to remember this being in the picture of this big robot, so I'm kind of wondering if what I'm building here is just more of a platform. I think it's kind of funny that we're putting antennae on this guy when he's controlled by Bluetooth. You know, it's just sort of an interesting thing that, like, you know, we understand that it looks cool for a robot to have like these sort of antenna things on them, but in a way that's sort of a relic of a past aesthetic, right? Maybe this thing is going to become the body of the robot. We'll see. So that is the end of the first round of instructions. I'll click done, and it wants me to connect the hub. I gotta press, let's see. This thing seems to need to connect and disconnect a lot. It's beeping at me. All right. Design Blast display. So now we can click this play button. Oh, and he's doing this cool Knight Rider thing going on there. That's pretty slick. So you can make your own animations for this screen. Now it says bring Blast to life. Build Blast's body. Build. All right, here we go. Here's another piece that I have never personally seen before. I don't know if it's new or not, but it is sort of a three-way gear holder here. Man, this is really interesting. It's hard for me to imagine what this is going to be for, but I'm excited about it. Cool. Man, that's an interesting piece right there. And then that clips into this big red gear, like that. What on earth? That is far out. That turns. All right, we'll see what happens here. It just slips over. And I get to open a motor. Very excited about the motors. Burp. There it is. These are kind of cool. Kind of cool. Thinking about what would these be good for. A little bit different format than we've had in the past. I like the look of it. So there's a nice little marking here on the motor housing that is like 0, and a little tick mark there on part of this gear that turns. And that shows you where, basically, I'm assuming that shows you where 0 is. So that could be important in certain circumstances. And it's showing that here in the instructions, that it wants you to have those markers lined up and this assembly on the top perfectly straight across when you bring them together to engage that. So that's just making sure that the gears are lined up the way that they need to be for whatever kind of functions are necessary here. So let me just make sure that I got it going on here. Let's see. Okay, well, that seems to be okay for now. This is kind of a cool function. You can lift up these little turny levers here and open up the front access panel here. Close those back down to lock it. So I've just attached the head to the body and linking up this cable from the motor on the back to the top of the head there. I decided to bring in a tablet so that we could all see what's going on here a little bit better. So this is the last step of the build for this section, and I'm going to click done. And now we're on to the gears are turning. It says open blast chest hatch and press the play button to see the gears turn. And you can actually see the code that's going to run over here. This is cool. We couldn't see this in the other view I had going on there. So we'll open up the chest here and click play, and you'll see it. Now you can see those gears moving in there. Do that again. It moves all of those gears with that one motor. So we've got arms moving, we've got this here, and then I think this is going to be able to make the head move. So this motor can make just the arms move, and then I think we'll probably have another motor that can make the head and the arms move. It's sort of an interesting use of this little center piece that we got going on here. All right, so let's dive into the next activity, which is armed and ready. So it looks like we're actually going to build the robot's arms. So now we should be able to move Blast's arms. If we could click play here, it'll load up that code. Hey, look at that. Woo! Cool. Okay, at this point it shows that you can try to make Blast react differently by adding other sounds and animations. We're going to go ahead and move on to time to move. Here we go. We're going to build Blast's legs. And when we get to the last step here, it shows us that we're going to clean up our workstation a little bit, use these pieces in some other build in the future. I'm going to click done here, and now we see we've got some new code. So this is Blast Moves. This program will make Blast move around. Put Blast on the floor and press play to start. I've got him here on the workbench. I'm pressing play. Definitely want to make sure you have some room for him to move around when you start doing this. It's pretty awesome. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that Blast only has a motor at the end of his right arm. We haven't attached anything to that yet. And that comes in more activities. If we scroll down here, you'll see that there's a bunch of different things that you can do with the end of this arm that has a motor on the end. I think target practice looks fun. We could build a little projectile launcher to add to the end of his arm there. There is, you know, a grabbing arm. This is battle. That's more projectile stuff. Here's a hammer time. He can hammer stuff in. Hurricane punch. And to get those, you download them. So we could click download all, or we could just click on, yeah, we'll click download all, and it's going to download those. We'll have that as an option. But let's take a look at the code blocks. So I'm just going to go to code. And you can see here, this is the code that it's loaded for us, and it played through that code to make him move. I think he moved around in a figure eight, or he moved his arms a couple times and then drove around in a figure eight. So over here, what I'm going to do is, let's see, can I close this? There we go. And I'm just gonna create some code. I'm not gonna get too deep into this. This is going to be very similar to Powered Up. The coding that you can do in Powered Up. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more advanced. There are going to be some things about this coding experience that carry over from older versions of Mindstorms, but I'd say from a user interface experience, this seems to be a little bit more like Powered Up, but it's also its own new thing. So let's take a look at movement. In here on movement, we're going to set the movement motors to A and C. I believe that's where those are connected. We're going to do move straight for, how about 10 centimeters, that's fine. Then I want to wait. So we're going to come down here to control. We're going to wait. 1 second is fine. Go back up to movement. We're going to move, let's go left or right for 45 degrees. 10 centimeters, fine. Go back to wait another second. Then we'll go to, how about left? This is just a test. There's so many different things you can do here in these code blocks. We'll do another wait here. 1 second is fine. Then let's say he's going to do some lights here. He's going to have, we're going to start the animation. Go to the animation library, and I like this scanning one. It's kind of like the Knight Rider. And if you play that, you can see what happens here. It should go back and forth and look just like that. We could edit this if we wanted to, but we're just going to dump this in, click the check mark down at the bottom right. And that's going to scan until, we'll do one more control here. We're going to wait. How about 5 seconds? So we should have 5 seconds of scanning, and then it's going to turn on his happy face. And do we want a block that just stops everything? There should be a block down here that sort of the end. Yeah, stop all. No, that's, we want one more wait in there. So he will smile for 5 seconds, and then the program will stop. So now when we play this, we should see him move forward a little bit, move to the right a little bit, move to the left a little bit, stop moving, and he'll start that scanning animation on his face, and then he should smile. Let's see if it works. Here we go. Moves. Okay, so I need to swap the, I'm going to stop this here, and I'm going to, when I go to the motors, I'm just going to swap A and C. So now you see C is on this side, A is on this side. I had it the other way around. So let's see if that makes him move forward. That should make him move forward. And we'll try this. There he goes. Forward a little bit. Left a little bit. Right a little bit. We've got the scanning up and down. And that should go for 5 seconds, and then we'll get a smiley face. So they are sideways. So I could edit those so that he would actually put on a smiley face the right way and not sideways. But I think that's good enough for now to do some testing. Of course, in this coding interface, you've got motor control. You've got movement, which is multiple motors. You've got light control, sound, events, which is kind of like, if this, then that kind of stuff. If it observes something from a sensor, or if it gets, some other kind of input or something like that, it's going to do something else. Or something as just as simple as when program starts. That's kind of how all of the programs are going to start. We've got control, which is, wait for something, or wait until something, or repeats. All these different things repeat until some other condition is met. Of course, here's some stuff for sensors, some block for sensors. So there's tons of different stuff that you can do with this. I'm going to let you all dive in when you get your hands on one of these new Mindstorm sets. So at first glance, what do you think of the new Mindstorms? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section of this video. I'd also like to invite you to subscribe to Beyond the Brick for daily videos about awesome LEGO stuff. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.